Alright, here we are, keeping it real local, broadcasting straight out the dojo. I'm Chandler Rothbard, you're watching Late Night with Chett Blands, culinary genius. Chett, how you doing tonight, my man?
Good, man. It's pretty cold over here.
That's what's up. Well, word on the street is you got a pig in this week, or...
Well, yeah, each week we get a new pig in. Right now we've been getting them from Denver, so it's about 50 miles from CB livestock. Well, we assess the situation as what it is. The first thing we do is to look at the pig itself and see how much fat's on it, how much tissue exactly there is, and how much muscle there is, and where we're going to pull from and what we're going to do from it. What to do, break it down to primals, then you start breaking down to smaller things, and then from there it's when you really honestly get inspired to make things out of its legs, its shoulders, its head, its, the tail, everything. We use the ears,
excellent.
Everything.
So I know you made some sausage. I thought I saw some pork belly. Did you make a pork belly dish that you put on the menu recently?
We do several pork belly dishes, and my main thing in my strive for what I'm doing is that I think I found what I think the perfect pork belly is. We do a lot of different varieties, like we'll brine them for a few days, dust them down, we sous vide them, we braise them, we'll try curing them in different curing methods.
What do you do with the legs?
The legs, for a while we were trying different various hams and specs and things like that. We always try to cure the legs down for a long period of time and smoke them. Right now we actually just put up our first batch of fresh prosciutto, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's a really long and extensive care and climate control, and the curing process is very long. So it's something it's waiting for. It's almost like Christmas when it actually gets around. I remember we made speck once, and that took us. We had a speck out in about 18 months, and it was beautiful. I mean, it's it is what it is, and it takes a very long time, and you have to have a lot of patience, and you have to sit there and watch it. But when the day finally comes, you're there. I mean, it's the same, just like we make pancetta out of the bellies, and it's kind of like the same thing. It's a long waiting process, but the finished product's very, very rewarding itself.
Nice. So, can you explain what XO sauce is?
Yeah, XO sauce is actually relatively new to the culinary world, I guess. It was more or less developed in the 80s in Hong Kong. It's just bought in the Catalan cuisine, very big there, and it's really simple. The base of it is dried squid, dried shrimp, ham. Basically, Chinese use Jinhua ham. When I make our own, you can buy this stuff commercially now in a lot of the international markets. It's beautiful for barbecue work, rice dishes, sauce work. I like to make glazes with it personally, and use it to rectify flavors. It's really broken down to a few simple items. It's really you caramelize ham very slowly. What I like to do is take the squid separately and put in a little bit of ice in a pot, and then take the squid until it's just barely warm and plump, and treat it kind of like a dried mushroom. And then from there, you take the squid away. What I like to do is reduce that liquid down and make a concentrated squid, broth. And that's what I use to deglaze our ham with after we add our garlic and our scallions. And, a lot of people use just chili paste. I like to use gochujang, which is a Korean fermented chili paste, which consists of dried chili powder, glutinous rice flour powder, and fermented soybeans. And I use that a lot. That's one of my staples for cooking. Fermented Korean chili paste. Really, really sweet heat, not very aggressive. But outside of that, I mean, a lot of people are putting citrus in it now too. I've been known to finish mine with a little bit of yuzu, and just to brighten it up and balance the flavor of the squid and the shrimp and the ham. It's a great cooking vehicle. I see it getting more popular to the point, like I said, you can find it in commercial markets now.
So, Chett, continuing education. What do you got this week for us?
Well, this week, I'm actually going back to some of my older books. Right now, I'm actually already started working on my spring menu, and it's going to be a lot of shellfish and seafood dishes. And right now I'm doing Olivier Rolinger's Contemporary French Cuisine. This book was published about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Very beautiful book, very, very spice oriented. The man's brilliant. He was a 3 Michelin star chef in France. Actually, the chef, his restaurant's located in a house that he grew up in. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of neat. Nice. But no, it's a great read. Everything's, all the illustrations are actually done in stencils. I can show you real quick, like a basic dish. You see in the bottom of the plate itself, it's not actual pictures of food, it's more like a guidance and a coruscance. So, nice. But it's beautiful stuff, it really is. I mean, you can even see I actually have notes inside of it. I've been working on the menu.
Well, any advice you got for any young culinary students out there?
Buy books and stage. Good stage for work. It doesn't matter what city you're in. In every city, there's a great chef doing great things that you can go and learn something from.
All right, Chett. Always a pleasure, my man. What's going down next week?
Oh, yeah, we got Valentine's Day right around the corner, so let's tackle that.
All right. Valentine's Day special. You heard it. Late Night with Chett. We'll see you next week.